Hi friends, how's it going? Mango and SaMa here, checking in. Today we are at Burger Time / Tiki Teriyaki. I have to think of it every time. Yay! All right, this is fun. You guys get to meet SaMa. Here, take this. Okay, you're in charge of holding it.
I'm gonna hold the phone.
Yeah.
And you're gonna paint?
And I'm gonna paint.
Okay.
Our dear friends are gonna, get in there. Thanks. Our dear friends want to hear a story about you.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
A story about me?
About you. Okay, so make sure that we're both in this here. Okay. And first of all, let's start with your name. Where does your name come from?
Okay. So my name is SaMa. It's a variation of my birth name, shortened with an accent like how my grandmother used to say it.
What's that?
Samantha.
Oh, that's so sexy. Yeah. Okay. Keep going.
So it's like a shortened variation. I actually didn't find it that way. I found it because I really resonated with this tree in the Amazon called SaMa. And I was like, I love that name. I think that's supposed to be my name. So I was like, tried that name on, and I immediately started shortening it to SaMa. And then I realized that it was actually connected to my birth name with an accent the way my grandma would say it. So that's how it got there.
SaMa.
That's how I got my name.
Okay, what's your favorite color?
Well, my favorite color is, I have two favorite colors. If I'm feeling mermaidy vibes, then it's purple. And if I'm feeling serpent vibes, then it's red. Because just like a red fire serpent like energy.
A red fire serpent?
Yeah, that's my Mayan zodiac animal.
Okay, talk louder over this like obnoxious speaker. Okay. Sorry. So what about your Mayan guy?
So my Mayan zodiac symbol is a red fire serpent.
A red fire serpent. What does that mean to you? How do you resonate with that?
To me, I feel like it's like serpents are really powerful medicine, and like snakes are, because they have the ability to like shed skin and shed old skin and like start anew and be really raw and vulnerable in the new, and then like grow their hard skin through that lesson and then let it go and move on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So this part, I like to just do like a real check-in with everybody. Update from, well, I was on here like yesterday. I had like showed our house. I was like, look, we're living in the mountains. It's really cool. And we got SaMa's van working. It didn't work last night, which I thought was divine, because then she couldn't get to work. And I personally didn't like her job because it made her stay up too late, and it made me sad. And her sad too. And anyway, so she couldn't go, and then she ended up she was gonna miss out on a date also, but then she ended up getting to go on the date and having a lot more time to enjoy her date, because the van didn't work and their date like came out and picked her up, and it was so cute, and they went off and I don't know, like had some fun. And then today she's like so like glowing and happy and like feels good about herself, and I'm like, see, polyamory, thank you. People, it's scary, you know, like I guess like the polyamory thing is scary for you, right? Because you're like, what happens for you when you think about me going on a date with somebody else?
Like I kind of feel that way, but I'm also like, well, I mean, I opened the fucking worm can, so here we go.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. Emotionally, I feel excited for her. It hasn't affected me at all, which is interesting. Her and I were going through some hard-ish separate from that. It's just about us. And it was funny because, like, she went off on this date with this other human, and whether SaMa was into this human or not, I knew this, like, this girl's been, like, persistently, like, come on, SaMa, come on a date with me. And I'm like, SaMa, go, like, check it out. She's like, oh, I don't know, I don't have time. And then, like, she had time, and I just am so grateful for the persistency of this person. Like, she's like, listen, we have a connection. So it's super cute. I'm excited. And even I was excited despite, like, the hard feelings that SaMa and I were going through. It just, I don't even remember what we were going through. That was yesterday.
Cleaning out stories, roles, patterns.
Oh yeah,
Anonymity and not
bringing up bringing up her daddy issues and her bringing up my mommy issues in both the good and the challenging ways, in the purpose of growth, of love, and breaking patterns, and communicating through them so that we can find better ways to do them. Right? The main issue, I'm gonna just be real here, like the word that comes up, 7 weeks into our relationship is like, I feel like your behaviors are a little bit abusive. And that's something that's hard to hear from anybody and hard to face if somebody's saying that to you. And I think that's like the beginning of switching these patterns, right? Like, I think every single one of us human beings, at least in this society, grew up experiencing some sort of abuse, and this is a generation where all of us woo-woo kids and all the spiritual people are like, okay, we're gonna shift the pattern. And so, like, this is us getting to do the work. And the work is being honest with each other, being honest about all of the feelings that come up, and talking through them and trying to be gentle with it, and having compassion for each other's dreams and stories. Anyways, blah blah blah. What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what she thinks.
Listening.
Anything you want to add to the story? You want to share some stuff about you and your...
Well, I think, like, I feel like less comfortable with the word, like, abuse now. Like, at first, like, I felt really good about, I felt like to get the situation, like, recognized for what it was. It was like, I was using that word, and then I was like talking to my friends, and I was like talking about like a past conversation that I had with one of our friends the day before, and it really being like, yes, like, true abuse like exists, but like a lot of, like, basically, like, what I was feeling in those ways wasn't necessarily her creating that wound for me. It was like that wound was already there in the dark or whatever, and like she was bringing more awareness to it because that's something that I specifically need to work on or are attracting in my woundness. So then she's like just happens to be the person that gets to like play that like bad guy role while I got to play the victim role. And then while like I shared that, then I saw some feelings, and I was just like, okay, taking myself out of either one of these roles and like not seeing everybody as like good or bad, and just seeing it from like this equal space of like, actually neither one of us is like good or evil, or that's just the role that we're playing really quick, but really there's a lesson for both of us here, and we get to do that work together. And so, like, I don't necessarily feel as comfortable with the word abuse anymore now that we've worked through that, after I had to write it out and like relook at it, and then like take myself out of the victim role and be like, okay, actually how I'm not going to be a victim is like state my boundaries, accept that this isn't going to be an accepted pattern for me to be okay with. Can you like meet me? Can you listen? Can we talk? And then we can like make a co-creation of a new future and a new way of being by being aware of like those. And then neither one of us has to be the bad guy or the good guy, and just being like, oh, this is the part. This
owning
is
your
what we're
stuff
doing.
in it. Yep. It was awesome. Cool. Nice. Okay. Yeah, cool. that's all for today, folks. Thanks for listening.